Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is having a good start to their week on this beautiful Sunday morning. It is cold here. I think today's low is 9 degrees. That's pretty cold for here. We get down in the teens for a couple of weeks, and we get over 100 for a couple of weeks. And everything in between. Morning, Mr. Ed. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Ed is rocking his neutralizer. Another one of the great replica knives we've received this year. Speaking of replica knives, that happens to be what I carried last night. In my front pocket, I've got my Hinderer XM18 Eclipse blade knife. It's got real N690 blade steel, I believe. Very comfortable knife. And then in my back pocket, I had my Neon NL CD Custom Division Green Thorn. And I took it because of the absolute beauty of the milling and the wonderful job they did on making this knife feel so super smooth. I don't know how Green Thorn does it sometimes, but this one is just so buttery smooth. With just regular bearings, cheap plastic bearings. And they just get the action just down. Feels so good. Anyway, I was looking at this one on the Arizona Custom Knives page, and it was $2,500 for the original of this. And I was going around looking at all the milling, and I even got to the point where I noticed this little triangle behind, down in there on the lock bar, where they milled it flat to put the screw in for the lock bar insert. And that's even the same. So like the quality they go into sometimes, and I get it, but look at that clip. I mean, no shoddy craftsmanship. Perfect. No edges. Perfect finish on it. I just don't know how they get their tolerances. So, I mean, I do. It's just precision, but their tolerances are so tight that their bearings are totally parallel. The more parallel you can get the bearings, and the better the action will be. And it's hard to get them perfectly parallel, but I got them that way. Yeah, I love that knife. I got rid of my Neon Zero, I believe. Or is it a... Anyway, love those knives. Then in my back pocket, I had my Vespa. I guess it's just me and you today, Ed. Yeah, and GT has been around a while too. A lot of people think that they're associated with Kevin John. I was about to say CKF, but more so Kevin John people. Somehow related, possibly. But I could believe that with the quality of some of them. Guess everybody's sleeping in or is lighting a fire this morning and it's cold. I had a few things to talk about. I will save those. Knives are traveling slow. Oh, really? I've got another one that has it. What's so funny is you mentioned that, and yesterday when I was putting it back together, I was showing it in the video because you need to set the bearing on there because the bearings are wider, a lot wider than the pivot, the inside of the bearing. And so you have to get it lined up, or when you put it back together, it won't go around that little race. But yeah, that little race, pretty cool. And it makes the bearings definitely not touch the blade. The middle hole, yeah, I took mine apart yesterday, and when I was putting it back together, I didn't lay the bearing around the race right, so it tightened up and it moved on the pivot. But synchronicity is crazy. Because I showed that, and then I woke up and saw that you had posted about that, and I was like, man, we just watched that on the video. In fact, man, people ask me to go back and find stuff for them in my videos, and it drives me nuts, but that little preview function, being able to slide through a video, some of my old videos, it does them where it labels everything that I'm saying, like while I'm saying it. But yeah, I was messing with that. Let's see where I'm at when I do that. I guess it was. That's not me again. Where did I show that? I guess it was earlier. Oh yeah, right here. Nope, not me. I see a close-up and it throws me off. We look at so much stuff. Wow, did I do it at the beginning of the video? Yeah, I guess I did. Dang, yeah, right here I show, I hold it up. I had to take it back apart. You see how big the hole is around the bearing around the pivot? So you have to kind of add a little oil, is what I said yesterday, I think. On the scales here. So it's better to get a little oil. A little KPL. Put it in this side over here. Create a little surface tension. And use the surface tension and the liquefaction to hold it in there. Hopefully when you turn it upside down so it lines up correctly. So that's how you do that. Yep, so let's try this again here. We know what we're doing. That's what I did yesterday. All right, hopefully that lined up better. And then I forgot to put the pivots around. Alrighty. Did you get the same mill pattern because they're not even that I got close to touching the pivot? Did you get the same milling pattern one I got, or which one did you get, Ed? All right. Olisect mantle. Yeah, that's how I oil my bearings, Ed. I do them between my fingers, just like that. But then I do put a little oil sometimes to hold some surface tension. Morning, JD. Morning, Andrew. Hey, Andrew, are you still going to buy your buddy one of these? Because I can't suggest it enough. Like, these things are so nice. And this one came dialed perfect. Like, it has literally zero blade play. You want to buy me a new one and I'll just send this one to him? Nothing wrong with it. No marks on it. But I was wondering about you getting that gift. All right. This morning, we got a few people hopping in now. It was just me and Ed for a minute. I got some room cleared out over here. I'm about to get my desk finished and the 3D printer set up. So that's getting real close. But I do have some room over here now. So I got all my cases back within arm's reach. And that's good because that annoyed the crap out of me not being able to find my knives when I wanted them. But on the way home, I kind of figured out with the laser and the 3D printer and the stuff that I like to do modding, is what a pro tech. Yeah, it's 9. It got to be 9. It's the low is 9 here today, Andrew. I don't know which one you're thinking is a Pro Tech. This is a Hinderer. This is a Shiro. These are copies. And this is a Ultra Tech. Zero blade play copy. Not which... Maybe you thought that was a Pro Tech for a second. I'm guessing that's the one. Oh. Yeah, it's an Ultra Tech. You can see it on the DLC down there. I got both the DLC versions, the Tonto and the Drop Point, or the Straight Back, however you want to call it. They're real M390. And they're great knives. I'm telling you, man, they're awesome. But yeah. So, what I was saying about the mod stuff, I think I want to focus more on my channel because I think watching us 3D print knife prototypes or laser knives to do custom work for people in the channel or laser anything, I think looking at some of that would be fun on stream. So now that I'm going to have a new desk set up and be able to get cameras on all that stuff, will be pretty cool. So that led me to think, good morning, Sever. You can say good morning before shooting me a link. But yeah, so I was thinking about this Thursday. we're definitely gonna do some mod. We're gonna try to do more modding and showcase more modding and do more stuff live. At least something every few days. But this week we're gonna learn how. Good morning, Wicked Dream Designs, Mr. WDD. This week we're going to learn how to drill out a stripped pivot screw. And we're going to attempt two methods. I'm going to take an old knife, one of those ones that I got at the hotel, probably this one right here. And even though it's not stripped, I'm just going to ruin this knife. Maybe I'll harvest the blade out of it and build a frame for the blade. But anyway, we're going to drill out one, and we're going to try to use those screw extractors on one of them, and then we're going to drill the other one out completely so that I will attempt to show how to do both scenarios properly. But I've got new scales coming for this PM2, and I got to drill this one out anyway. So we're going to do that this Thursday. This one should be fairly easy with the screw extractor. I've only used those things a couple of times, but pretty sure I can figure it out. And looking at this one now, what a weird design. You can't even see the other side. It doesn't really even have a pivot. It's got a one-sided pivot. It doesn't even come through. So I don't know. We'll find a knife to drill out. Oh no. Good morning, B Shady brother. But yes, I want to start doing more laser stuff, more 3D printer stuff, more stuff. Yeah, I can, Sever, here in a minute. You got to at least say good morning if you want me to play a link. You can't just jump in with the link thing. I'll click it, though, here in a minute. I was going over and seeing if I could figure out. I had something. Oh yeah. So I was talking about synchronicity and how crazy Ed. Well, you'll be good backup reference, so that'll be good for everybody to learn. I'm glad you know. We're going to try a couple of methods. We're going to try whatever comes up. But yeah, synchronicity. Yesterday, I was showing that video about the Land 910 T2 and at some point we saw the Land 912. And right after I got off stream, this guy posted on Knife Swap a crazy post with a bunch of lands for sale. And I was like, man, there's no way this can happen. So right here, this guy posted a ton of lands, and the first, and then he had a 912 that he had modded into a Tonto. So he put a little Tonto on it, just barely. He did some nice mods, but He had that 912, so I went ahead and scooped it up. We were just talking about those. And then he had 3 of the 810s. And they're all 3 modded by him. He had 3 of those. There's the first one. Here's the second one where he did some stuff to the blade and the handles. I didn't buy those. I don't like the 810 as much as the bigger one, the 910s. And then there's the third one. He did a custom dark wash and a custom good morning, Michael. But I did buy the 912, and I bought this because I need it, because I don't have it, and it's a nice Migron front flipper. So I bought that one, which is it's a Karaki 2, an M390. Both of the first 2 owners said they were too scared to carry it because they were afraid they would scratch it with all the milling. So I think I got a good deal on both of those. All right, I got the browser open now. Let me click and see what this link is.
Look at this guy.
ProTech.
Avalon. Huh. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. There's something about the way ProTechs feel, man.
Oh man, this
I bet that thing
excellent.
feels crazy. Yeah, I bet that action feels crazy.
Look at this guy. Avalon.
I've told y'all before numerous times about how the ProTech feels. Like it just makes a solid clump like no other knife. Like it's pretty remarkable. Let's see, what else did I have? Bill, you found you bought a way back button lock? Where's the link to it, Andrew? I saw this post, but I didn't see. I looked at that knife. It was carbon fiber, wasn't it? Yep, I definitely looked at this post. Oh, it was black. Yeah, cool looking knife though. That red one. $200, huh? Did you get it for like 180? I almost bought the Migron above it, but I don't like that carbon fiber on it. Yeah, that carbon fiber on it is terrible. Bill, yeah, I still got to get a Pictus. I just haven't found one for the right price yet. And I have got every one of these knives turned the wrong way. And I've got to remember, I got to find where my ProTech is in my nice case now, because moved everything around. I used to have it on the end somewhere, so I could always reach for it. Now I have no clue where it is. It's black, so I don't know why I can't see it. That's the silliest thing ever. I got a fire going over here in the ashtray. Oh, it's in the very front. Was there somebody else? Yeah. But yeah, these Protects, man, I'm telling you, like something about these button locks, they just feel so solid. I think it's the clamshell that has a little bit to do with it. They just make a clank, like they're just so solid. $259. Ouch. Ouch. You really wanted that. Scott, good morning, sir. Man, this thing is just, I'm telling you, it's got the deadest, it's like one of those dead hammers, like the ones with the spring. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I think there was one for what, $220 on Reddit not long ago, maybe. This thing is just so solid, though. It's crazy. So I bet that new one we just looked at, that Protect, bet it feels the same way. It's just like there's something about their button. Their button locks are nice. Oh, I'm getting that. I got to learn my new case layout. I think I'm going to like the case layout, but it's definitely different than it was. Seems like I bought something else too. I think I may have told y'all about those, but I bought 2 more knives. What did I buy? I got a fire. I don't know what is going on over here in the stupid ashtray. Yeah, that Avalon is sexy. But it's got that same click noise.
Oh man, this action is excellent.
This action is excellent. Yeah, John's been yeah, 200 is what I want to pay, Andrew. I want to pay 180, but y'all know me. I cannot remember the other knives I bought. Hey, Sever. You got that red one, right, Andrew? You sent the same link. Dead blow hammer. Yeah, that's what yeah, you sent the same link. All right, good. Sever. So I didn't get those pictures, so let me do this on live, just so I can get it over with. All right. One more time here. All right. Let's see what I want to keep. What I have to keep. Now, all three of these are M390, right? Y'all gonna have to help me out here. Good morning, TC. So Sever, I think I want to keep these two. I want to keep these two ducks. I got one of each of all the Juful and Lemifshi Rosies. And then I got the M390 blade Rosie. I mean, yeah. I got the Lemifshi M390 Skelly. Actually, I did a blade swap. I think I swapped the M390 blade out of this. I don't know where the... Oh, I bought the M390 Skelly, but I put it in this other... I put it in the plain Jane one. I got two regular ones and an M390 one. But I'm going to keep these two. I think Sever's gone, so I don't know why I'm doing this again. So these two ducks are for sale. Hold on. These two ducks. This duckling. These three are for sale. Sever. These three in the middle. I want to keep these two ducklings and these two ducks and these two ducklings. So the slot, the hexagon, hexagons are the bestagons. And the Skelly duckling. Actually, I bought both of these from AliExpress. They're still available. I'm actually, man, I love both of these so much. I bought the Tonto first, and then I bought the straight back. If Sever doesn't want it, it's yours, Ed, but he asked specifically for me to take some pictures of the ducklings and ducks I wanted to get rid of. And then a bunch of these are for sale. All the Skelly ones, I think. I'll have to check the serial numbers to figure out which one is the M390 one. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is the one I put the M390 blade in. So the serial number on the M390 ones is 390. Is that this one? Yeah. So I'm keeping that one. I took the blade out of the Lemifshi Skelly one. So this is the original blade that goes in those handles. But anyway... So you don't have the slotted one? And then, so a bunch of these are for sale. I'm gonna keep these two and this one because I mirror polished this one. But these six in the middle are for sale. And then over here, I'm probably going to keep these two, the two outside Proteans. These two middle Proteans are probably for sale. And then I'm going to keep these two cedars. So this cedar is for sale. These cedars are super nice. They got perfect drop. Like all three of them came perfectly tuned. And then the Wakas, I'm going to get rid of the Skelly Waka. So these two, this one, and the Skelly Waka. Yeah, if you want this cedar sever, maybe we can work something out. I don't know about the full trud. The full trade. Why did I say trud? I was thinking of stud. When I looked at the screen. But wait, there's more. No, I got them all together now, so I at least know that those are correct. I don't know, whatever there's the price is plus a little shipping. I think they're selling for like $100. I don't know. I'll get with you on the price afterwards. All right, but let me get the link. WDD for these Vespas. All you have to do is go to AliExpress and type Vespa 0 rotation. And you can use a $20 code a lot of times. So I would just wait until you just type Vespa 0 rotation. And the first link that comes up is those knives. And the DLC ones are a little more. But they have 3 blade shapes: the dagger, the Tonto, the dagger, the straight back, and the Tonto. They're 160 and the other one's 147, but you can get them $20 off. You can get them for like 140. They're awesome knives. I've got 2 out of the 3 DLC ones, and they're both awesome. One of them has a microscopic amount of play. Most people wouldn't be able to notice it. There's the link to those Vespas, though. And, let's see, what else? There was a... Oh, did y'all see? We got to go over this. So, Joe X got fired from the military, and he took off his mask now. And he's making videos explaining his story and how he had haters. He's put out a couple of videos since this happened. But he's put out quite a few, actually. The Austrian army kicked me out. I lost my job.
Today is November 28, 2025. I'm here in Austria, Ebenthal. It's my hometown. It's my new Ferrari. But yesterday I was still in Pristina, Kosovo, Dragodan area. I was in a massage parlor and I met a chick, a hot chick, skinny, red hair, blew.
But anyway, he tells his story about what happened. It's pretty wild. And he does a walkthrough of his property. And he tells a lot of... yeah, this one's pretty crazy. He talks about how people in his town always see his two cars up there on the hill. And he shows the road. Pretty cool video, though. But he is... he used his profession in the Austrian military to fund all of his knives. So 90% of the knives he showed doing destruction tests on, he paid for himself. He does get some free stuff now, of course. But they got him fired. And he's being taken to court for taking some pictures on the military base. You might have to do jail time for that. There was a brown wall or something behind him in one of his pictures. He didn't show anything about the base, but it was like a recognizable brown wall. And somebody ratted him out. And he's facing charges for taking pictures inside a military base. He talks about that on this video too. About Joe X's history. He used to have... his first channel was called Joe Extreme. And the military made him delete all those videos. So he came back as Joe X. So that's where the Joe X came from. He tells all that in this little video. It's pretty cool if you've ever watched him. Michael, that's a good price then. A lot of people don't want to wait 3 weeks. So they'll pay a little extra, but let's see what they sold for on here. 4 days ago, this one sold for $95 shipped. And that's probably around what I paid for it. With 10% tax. And then having to ship it, 95 bucks is probably what. Here's one 6 days ago, $80. $79.01. Wow. He even showed what he did, what he paid. I would definitely be fair about it. I don't even know where my phone is today. Huh. Well, that's weird. Alright, what else did I buy? I can't remember what I bought. I know I told y'all, but oh, that Roxy 3. Yeah, I forgot about that one. The Roxy 3 and that Canadian knife. The sleeper. Whatever that is. Yeah, waiting forever from China does suck. Show me your CRK homage. This is. Huh. He's calling a mini old guard the Conoco design. I don't think they look like a Sabenza unless they have the blade that goes up like a Sabenza. Yeah, I don't think those are Sabenza-like. I think he just thinks too many knives look alike. That crystallized tie TS-194 is nice, though. That's pretty crazy. 3 months. Yeah, I've got a dragon skin duck. Where is... Was that in the bag? Where is my dragon skin? Oh, I've only got the dragon skin duckling, I guess. Huh. Maybe I sold one. Yeah, that's true, Andrew. I didn't even think about that. Here's the Kubey post of the day. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start. That's a pretty... We've looked at the Richard Rogers stuff. But we need to look at it again. Wrong guy. Where's my keyboard? There it is. Thank you for visiting our site. Yeah, one of those sites. Now I remember. Models. So the X-Mid, does it come in? It only got that frag? Yeah, it's only got that frag pattern. Pretty sure. Where's some more of his stuff? Slim utility. Yeah, that is a pretty clean looking little knife. Yeah, that's a... Wish they had some bigger pictures. That's a good picture of it, though. What else we got today? I've got to gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about my Tucson collection. It gets to a number around 50 where you're like, do I need to go buy some more, or need to consolidate and pick a flavor? But I haven't gone to eBay and even looked at Tucson's lately. I don't even know. They release so many, you gotta like almost stay on top of them. I think what I'm gonna have to do is just like only buy ones that like really, really, really appeal to me. Because if I go start buying, trying to catch up with all of them, like what is this one? I don't think I've seen this one. It's got a lot going on, but y'all know me, I kind of like that blade shape. I like it. So what? TS 605? Now we got to run over to White Mountain Knives. See if they got it. Whoops. And they don't. Oh yeah, TC. I was already going there. But they don't have it. That's the only problem. Have a good day, TC. Alright, so that's one I like. Why don't they make this one in a different handle pattern? Alright. I kind of like... That one's brand new. An old TS-27. What's up with that? Man, look at that blade ramp. Dang it, why did I have to go to eBay? That TS-27 is pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. Or best offer, Vail Sales. Somebody ran across a stash of them. Night Mooring. Yeah, I like Dream Tech. We've looked at Dream Tech a few times on here. There's two of them right there. Add to cart. Add to cart. Let's see what else got today. Fire. It means flame anode. I get it, but that pattern is weird. That's the one. That's the one with the Ed's got that one. Uh-oh. TS-39. Another night mooring design. That's a pretty nice looking knife. Yeah, one of them has a... Maybe it was Dream Tech that had... Yeah. I like that clip and everything. Add to cart. What is this 490? Why am I seeing... Why do I not recognize a lot of these? Has anybody seen this one with this milling on the back here? Are these all new ones? I mean, look at all that milling. Nested liner lock. crazy blade cut out, but that milling is pretty dang sweet. It's like they gouged it out. You can do anything on a knife, I'm telling you. They're like, just run the bit down until it hits the side of the scales and leaves a mark, and then just move over a little bit and do it again. It'll look good, I swear. And they were right. That blade is a little chunky for the handle, though. Like, that's a chunky little knife. Good grief. Add to cart. Got one of those. I got to get away from the Tucson. My sister gave me one of those. All right, that's good for today. That one, and that one. So clip side, clip side, clip side. Get to see it all. Open image, open image, open image. I like it. Yeah, Pete, I like them all. You know me, I love this one. Like the classic lines of this one with that nice thumb ramp and jimping, that reverse Tonto. This one with the compound grind and the ramp. And hopefully you could get rid of that flipper tab and make that a nice finger choil. See, I look at that knife and think about modding it instantly. Like, it needs a big finger choil that rides right into that scale. And the way those scales are curved, I think your finger laying right there would feel comfortable. So I think about modding it. Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot about that one. See you in cart. Clip side, open. There we go. That one, that one, that one, and that one. I don't care who you are. For good old titanium knives, Tucson can't be beat. Ed, I would love to if they had all these. Let's go to Timber's Edge and see if they got any of them. All of these say or best offer. A lot of them do. So I'm definitely not going to pay what they got listed. Let's see. TS 490. $109.95. $109.99. Does it say best offer or best offer? So yeah, I'm offering $90 for that one. So that beats Timber's Edge. And we got the TS 39. They don't have it. TS 605. They don't have it. And the TS 27. They don't have it. They do have it. Sold out. And that's in G10. There's the flame. They don't have the plain one. Does that say best offer? Or best offer? Or best offer? And or best offer. Yeah, I'm throwing in some offers. Yeah, somebody's been looking for a TS 430 for a while now. One of my buddies. Can't remember who that was. Somebody on Reddit. There was a TS 430 on stream. I saw it. It was the one I said I got. Yeah, there it is. Here's the link to it. I'm going to teach y'all about eBay one more time. If you want to share a link to something on eBay to somebody, all you got to do is copy that number and send it to them and say, use this number in eBay. And if you type that number in the search box up here in eBay, it'll bring up that listing instantly. So oh yeah, I'll shoot them all offers. Whoever's the cheapest is where I'm going, Ed. I don't ever buy knives for more than the cheapest place possible. You ought to know that by now. I go out of my way to save money. Oh, that brings me to another point. So I am going to message MachineWise. Somebody the other day said how they appreciated how I wasn't scared to message anybody. And I thought about that, and I got a Christmas bonus this year that is pretty nice. So I'm going to send a shout out to MachineWise and talk to them about possibly getting a knife from them. And we will see how that goes. I'm not buying a button lock, so that ought to tell you which one I'm interested in. But yeah, I might splurge on myself with my Christmas bonus and get me one. Good old plain knives. Or as Ed would say, lackluster designs and overhyped. Yeah, Pete, I'm sure they will respond quickly. I'm yeah, Pete, I don't know that I want to do a custom build. Start your custom order. Yep. I'm going to go with the epicenter. Possibly. Yep. I Gotta be careful pulling out knives because I got to put them back at the right place. Pancetta. Sounds like I'm cussing in Spanish. Pink with heavy distress. That is just begging to be bead blasted. I didn't say what my email was going to say, Andrew. Y'all are the one that started jumping into the custom build stuff. My email might go a lot different. Because I have done a lot of promotion of their website and their videos of their shop tour, etc., etc. So my email might be a little different. And I might just be doing a review on one. Who knows? But hopefully, here's the thing. It would be awesome to be able to do a review on one and then have the option to possibly purchase that one. That sounds like a winner. That sounds like a winner for everybody involved. Skiff made blades would be nice though. 19 degrees audio-itis. I think right now it's even colder than that where I'm at. It was 17 earlier. I have no idea where my phone is. Somebody call me. Where is my phone? Now I'm over here standing up and walking around. Oh well, I don't guess I need it. Although I wanted to look up some things. So I kind of do need it, dang it. I haven't heard it go off, which is alarming because I don't think I turned the volume off on it. Oh, I don't think they'll care either, Michael. I didn't say anything about them caring. Yeah, I would like to spend more time with them. I did feel them at Blade Show. So, what else are we going to talk about today? What knives are y'all buying this week? I'm sure their blims. There's probably some really good blims that they have that don't have much wrong with them. Oh yeah, that's what I was wanting to do. Check the temperature here. I guess I could do that. Ground fog. Good morning, sir. Let's see. It's 18 here right now. Next Tuesday, it's supposed to be 61, 62. 10-day. 61 on Christmas. That's a great Christmas. 61 and 45 with rain showers. Oh, okay, Ed. I can do that. But I imagine it's here, call this number. Call that number, Ed. See you later, William. Trouble Bunny. Good morning, sir. I said sir again. Good grief. Second time I've done that, I believe. Good morning, Trouble Bunny. See what we got going on in the regular knife community. My eyes went right to the CRK for some reason. We were talking about it earlier, I guess. Oh yeah, I almost bought a little penguin slip joint. Ed, you ran them up past few days? I got to get something from OK, just because I haven't bought anything from him recently. And I try to support that guy. He doesn't need my help. That was a great image. I don't know if you called me or not, Ed, but I don't hear my phone if you did. This mouse is making a funny squeak noise. Now there's two. So there's the two. Look what knives those are. Oh, okay. Well, that means my phone is very misplaced. Oh, I found it. Thank you. But I found it. Wow. In a whole nother room. No good. But yeah, that's pretty funny. So I did get the email back from them yesterday. And she said, she showed me a picture of a bunch of G10 serial numbers. And then she told me there wasn't that many cool titanium ones left. So I was like, well, that's not cool. Wonder where the number is. It does look, the blade to handle ratio does look silly. Dang you, Sever. New smock scales. There's those new ones. We saw those somewhere. It says the same thing as it says the same thing as the weather did. 18. Making me not like a knife I want to like. Now I can't help it but look at it funny. So I didn't jump on it yesterday when she gave me the numbers. If you had to keep one, no question. One of them's got ugly black carbon fiber. The other one's got ugly carbon fiber. But at least it's not black. Hadouken! What do y'all think about that knife? Hadouken! Love that blade grind. That's why I like going to actual knife subreddits sometimes. Hey, I've got that. That's the knife I carried last night. Except that one's cooler. Way cooler. Synchronicity. Telling you. Don't ignore it. That's the knife I showed at the beginning of the stream. It's the one I'm showing at the end of the stream. Hadouken. Hadouken. We looked at it, what, last week sometime, I guess? That's pretty funny. Leave your hate after the beat. Yeah. We've looked it up before. Sever, there's the video we watched.
Hey everybody, Rick here with Blackjack. We are 1 week out from Blade Show.
Whoa,
and next
up.
week in Atlanta, or we call Hot Atlanta, it's going to be hot for a lot of reasons. Number one, the weather is usually hot and humid down there. But number two is Rick Hinder Knives has a new grind. I would say a new grind that we're debuting at the show. It's going to be, you guys have already seen it, so you know it's the Aggressor the aggressor grind on the 3.5-inch XM18. And that's pretty exciting. That is a custom grind only before, but it was just it was a case of if we could be able to get it done in a production sense, in a production grind. And we were able to accomplish that. And I tell you what, not just accomplish it, but it turned out unbelievably nice. I mean, you guys are going to, when I first seen the grind, when it came in from the grinders, it was just, I was like, yeah, this is going to do it. So that's going to be debuted next week in person. And let me tell you a little bit about the grind itself and why I came up with the aggressor. Well, the name of it was actually kind of easy because it's a really aggressive looking grind. But it's, you know, pretty much we went from a Bowie into a Tano. So I took a Tano, put it into the Bowie shape, and that's what came out to be the aggressor. Bowie? And it just has that Bowie's kind of had that aggressive look anyway. But once I thinned out the tip and put that armor piercing Tano type point on it, when I first did that, in a custom grind, I really liked it. It just popped. And again, not knowing if we could be able to do it in a production sense, but we were able to knock it out of the park. And I tell you what, you guys are going.
Okay, two things. He needs to blow his nose. And the second thing, can you imagine the conversation that he had with his photographer? Hey, buddy, let's go shoot a video out in the stalls with my $1 million racehorse and talk about a new blade grind we're going to take to Atlanta. I bet that conversation was weird with his photographer. This blade grind is not bad, Sever. It's not the same on the Eclipse, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. I don't know if he does sell titanium. Yeah, I can't imagine his photographer having to deal with that. Like, are you sure you want to go out to the stalls to talk about your new blade grind when you don't even have it in hand? You want to be petting your horse? You want to be brushing your horse while you talk about a blade grind? Oh, okay, Rick. Yes, sir, Rick. Woo! And then he let out the Ric Flair. Yeah, my daughter's into horses too, but she wouldn't bring it into a knife video. My daughter volunteers at a therapeutic riding program and helps people, handicapped people, learn to enjoy and love horses. I love it's one of those. It's the Strider hinderer feel with the bottoms of the knives, how comfortable they are. And all those finger grooves just fit perfectly for bigger hands. I don't know. It's one of those ones where it melts into your hand same way. But I've got, the ones I keep kind of handy are these three. Those are the ones I have copies of. 2 ZTs and a hinderer. And then along the same line, I keep this Sinkovich ZT over beside them. And this knife is another one that's a little short knife. Pete, you would like this knife. You would like the way this feels in your hand. Even though it doesn't have a forward choil, it would still feel good in your hand. I promise. If you ever oh 0456 0456. Morning, Nick. This is the 0392. This is the 0562. And this is the whatever. But yeah, I keep those three or those together. All right, fellas. Oh yeah, Sever, if you're still here. Those two evil eyes. What did I do with them? I don't think I'm going to get rid of either one of them, but I might. Because I don't like the one with the holes in it. I like the crystallized tie one better. So I might be willing to get rid of this one. Nothing wrong with it at all. Another super comfortable knife. Yeah, the back of it has some holes. Solid on this side. Blade got some fingerprints, but there's that one. And then I wish this one didn't have this silly fade at the end. I don't want to attempt to get it off because, you know, reasons. They're both on washers just like the originals. I think all Striders should be. This one, you can shake closed though. I think it's got better action than, yeah. This one, you have to shake to death. But this one's not so bad. It's on washers. But yeah, we'll talk about it. These are my 5 integrals that can't fit in the integral bag. And when I took pictures of all my titanium clones, I forgot these two. This is that Mercenary integral. The MK13, I guess it is. It's one of those weird jetliner, I don't know, fish. But man, it's got some sick action to be as little as it is. And I still think everybody should try one of these Brats, Kaiser Brat. The Kaiser Brat, if you don't have a G10 integral ever thought about getting one, this one is very solid. And it's a big knife. If you can deal with the flipper tab only. But this one feels great too. It almost feels like the ProTech as far as the button lock. It's got that solid feel, and I think it's because of the solid. Oh, you bought that mantle? Yeah, Pete. Bill was. Yeah, I think I got this one for like $40. But I think they're only $80 new. Cool little knife. I'm curious, some of these integrals, like I want to see what they're going to look like in 1,000 years. Like, you know, like I want to go through and see what breaks. I mean, I know the steel is going to rust before anything, but the titanium ones, I'm curious how functional they would be if somebody found them 300 years from now. Depends on how it was stored, I guess, but I'm talking about just like in the ground. All right, guys. Yeah, we've looked at the Reichs. I like the Alien. I've said that Reich is one of those companies where you'd have to start a collection of all their outrageous ones and have them on display like art pieces. If I was ever going to go into the Reichs, I would get the wildest ones. Like all the Thors and I mean, they got some cool stuff that would look cool on a display case. They've got some pretty cool looking designs. Yep. There's the Alien. What a wild. There's those scissors. Yeah. I like how they got their website set up now with this breakdown. Like, this is awesome. All companies should do stuff like this with their products. Like, be proud of them. Like, let us see them. Like, could you imagine in their office, like the fact that they keep one of everything they make or something? Like, if I was a big knife maker and I made some outrageous design stuff, I would definitely keep one of every version. That little hummingbird is even sweet. I mean, that's a pretty wild looking knife, even as it is. Yeah. How many? Like, the cicada is pretty cool too. Like, and that version is the only version you should get if you get it. Like, you want it to look like an Egyptian relic, right? So why would you buy one of those two? You want it to look like a crazy Egyptian relic. 808 Decay, non-DLC. Did you order one? This is why you said non-DLC.
Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today I have the 808 Decay from
Not a
Molsect
Nathan that
Knives.
spells it with a K.
I gotta say, Molsect is definitely stepping up their game, and the 808 here is, I gotta say, it's a really great pocket knife, especially for the.
Well, guys, it's a really great pocket knife. That's all we need to know about that one. I'm just kidding with the K thing. Oh, look. Attack, decay, sustain. Gotta have all
They
three to
said
make music.
sup. S90V, titanium, $150. Molsect said sup to the knife industry with this knife right here. This is the 808 Decay, and this caused quite a splash on my platforms. People really liked it. They couldn't believe this quality, and this S90V steel was $150. What I didn't know was this is actually a three-parter. All right, this is the 808 Decay. I also talked briefly about the 808 Attack, which is a little bit more expensive than this one. And then they have a budget version called the 808 Sustain. If you are or have ever produced music, written music.
Oh, God, I don't want to hear it. Can't watch it. All right. Got to phase out of that. All right. Can't take it. I'm hungry this morning, guys. Where are we going for breakfast? Ed, need to go to a breakfast joint. Yeah, Pete, I could imagine that. Get people hooked on your knives and then up the price 40%. So, yeah, going to be drilling out some pivots this Thursday. Tune in for that action. Hopefully my scales show up by then. I don't know why mail that shows it's like one day away says it's not going to be here until the 18th. I thought there might have been a holiday or something. Matt Conklin. Burnside knives? I don't think I have. Burnside knives? Yeah, that sounds good, Ed. Have we searched for Burnside? Nope. Why do they have something obscene company clips on them? And why do I feel like they're just buying knives OEM from somebody else? Why does that knife look familiar? Save the Whales. Oh. Cheech and Chong limited edition. I have not seen these. The Rose 3.0. Yeah. I mean, that's a cool looking knife. I hope it has good lockup and somewhat some detent. Fake detent. It ought to be very grippy. Rick Medeiros. Polishing up the clips. Yeah, something obscene. Something obscene, Co. There's the clip. Oh, no, it doesn't at all, Pete. Surprisingly, I got 3 big cases and 2 of them. But no, it doesn't. It's the bottom isn't like that. Well, yeah, it is. But it's all on the same plane, so if it stepped down the other way, it would kind of do that, but let's see here. I gotta clean my mat off. It only makes one real noise. Doesn't like make a staggered noise. There's little brother. And here's big brother. See if big brother's clip. Big brother has a different clip. Oh yeah, Tommy Hilfiger. That's why they got cut up. Yeah, I'm surprised the Nimbly, does the Nimbly? I don't know. Yeah, your girlfriend will be stylish with that clip. That's kind of like the dagger. Yeah, and that's why that clip on the one I carried last night, Pete. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the video or not, but I carried my custom division $2,500 copy of a Shiro last night. And check out that pocket clip. You want to talk about one that looks cool out of the pocket? What about that one right there? with that milling poking through out the top there. And I was looking at all the milling on this thing last night and how good, and even that little triangle down there is perfect. But yeah. That is a beautiful clip. I think the Protean would look good with a clip like that. I don't have any Vanguards. I did. I sold it. Yeah, I like wire clips too. I don't mind wire clips. I don't know that I've done the Spyderco with one, but I like the deep carry ones on my Spydercos. I always put these on my Spydercos for some reason. This one looks really good. This blue with deep carries on this smock. Clips matter. That one happened to match. I bought that blue and it matched that blue pretty good. So I put it on this one. Cool Flatanium scales. All right, fellas. If y'all hadn't smashed that like button, please do so on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I'm surprised how many people watch that aren't subscribed. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Tomorrow is Monday. Yay. Hope everybody has a good Sunday and relaxes today. Get your energy built up to start this week off. I'm about to go get something to eat and enjoy my Sunday. Hopefully get this desk almost finished so where we can start with some laser and 3D printer stuff. Oh, thank you, Matt. But I don't believe you because it would have popped up on screen. I'm just joking. I appreciate it. Scott, sir, have a good week at work. We'll see you next weekend, hopefully. I'll hit you back with the... Yeah, if you work weekends and it's your Friday, that's awesome. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Everybody have a good day. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.